How many times have you been scrolling through Instagram and you stumble upon somebody doing this crazy exercise and you feel curiosity or this urge to achieve that level of athleticism too? If you're like me, many times. My athletic workouts don't normally get the love that my booty or core circuits do, but they are hands down my absolute favorite way to train. I definitely did not start out training like this. For years, I stuck with basic exercises and I bopped around to different styles of training just to figure out what I enjoyed and what I didn't. But for the most part, I would always come back to my comfort zone, which was bodybuilding style of training. I still love a good bodybuilding workout or a HIIT circuit or a boot camp class, but there is nothing more challenging or rewarding than an athletic workout. Once you've trained for 4 to 6 months, your form will be second nature and you'll have the strength to be able to train in this manner. This is something you've been curious about. All you have to do is try. Take one of the exercises and incorporate it into your normal workout routine and just keep adding from there. The difference and the thing that I like about athletic style training over bodybuilding style training is that the gratification comes from seeing progress in your performance rather than in your aesthetics. So if I'm having a period of time where I'm not feeling as good about myself and my body, then I'm probably going to be doing a ton of athletic style workouts because I'm getting way more instant gratification from those. So if you are interested in getting stronger, faster, and looking like an athlete, make sure you keep watching this video. To warm up for this workout, I did my hurdle routine, which is what I do basically every single time I do an athletic workout. I didn't film that today because I'm going to be doing a dynamic warm-up routine video, so if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. The first exercise is going to be the most explosive and the one that takes up the most energy. So we're going to be doing a deadlift to a hang clean. You'll want to engage your core and keep a flat back and a fluid motion as you come up from the deadlift. A hang clean is a little trickier. Form is absolutely crucial. You're going to start with your shoulders over the bar and your hips sitting back. You're going to explode up with your legs as if you're going to jump and then shrug your shoulders to pull the bar close to your body and catching it in a front rack position. As the weight gets a little bit heavier, you're going to need to catch this in a front squat position. I obviously did not do that in this workout. My coaching points for hang cleans are usually shrug more, keep the bar closer to my body, bar speed, full extension, or just dropping the weight after each rep, which I got yelled at for in this workout. I've been working on my cleans for a long time and they're still not perfect, which is just testimony to how complicated of a move it is, and it is complicated, and some people I know will argue with me about that. They are complicated. Next, I moved on to explosive banded single leg hip thrusts, which are equally as difficult to perform as they are to say. You may have to get a little bit creative on how you set the band up, and if you don't have a band like this, they are still just as challenging and effective without the band. I wrapped my band around the feet of a bench and then I just climbed in. The positioning for this is going to be similar to any other hip thrust position. You want your shoulder blades on the bench, your legs at a 90-degree angle with your feet flat on the ground, and you want the resistance, in this case the band, on your hips. Take one leg completely out of the question and lower the leg that's still on the ground, lower your hips down to load, explode back up into a hip thrust, and then also leave the ground. You're going to make an effort to come down lightly when you come back down, and this is a continuous motion. You'll see that my leg that is off the ground is straight up, and my coaching point for this on this day was that I needed to be keeping my leg at a 90-degree angle and my foot flexed up. If the resistance is on your pelvis, move it down rather than above. I find that my glutes recruit a little bit more when I lower the weight below my pelvis as opposed to above it. The next exercise I moved on to was the glute ham raise. I've seen people do these a ton of different ways, and the only difference between the way I'm doing it today explosively and the way that I've seen it done also, which is slow on the way down and slow back on the way up, is that I'm recruiting my muscles a little bit faster to be explosive, and going slower is going to isolate a little bit more. Since our goal for this workout was to work on our explosiveness, here we are. This is truly an exercise where if you don't use it, you lose it, so that's why you see me struggling a little bit to keep my body straight as I come up from the move. If you're a beginner, I recommend getting a long resistance band and tying it to the back of the machine and holding it across your chest for assistance. And then, as if my legs weren't already wrecked, I moved on to this exercise that I'm honestly not sure what the name of is, so I named it myself, the barbell shuffle switch. It has a ring to it, okay? You'll want to start with your foot in line with the front of the bar. You're going to squat down and reach across with the opposite arm to pick the bar up, and you're going to shuffle to the side and switch at the same time. Put it down with the opposite arm. Reach back over, put it down with the opposite arm, and so on and so forth. You'll want to start slow to get the motion, but once you do, you'll be able to speed it up, and it will be challenging. You will need a breather after this one. The finishers to most of my athletic workouts are a compound set of some type of pull-up and some type of core exercise. Today I decided on a chin-up hold with a slow negative down. This one is pretty self-explanatory. The only really big tip I have for this one is to keep your core tight as you're going down so your body isn't swinging all over the place. For the core exercise, I chose to do a single leg mountain climber on the Swiss ball. You can also do this on a slider. However, people like to steal things in my gym, so I had to use a Swiss ball instead of a slider. You're going to start with one leg on the ground, one leg on the Swiss ball, extended. You're going to switch as if you're doing a mountain climber, and you want this to be quick, okay? This is going to take a lot of balance and a lot of bracing, so if this is something that you have not ever done before, then maybe start with both legs on the ball and tucking your knees in first, and then try one leg off the ball. That's all for today, y'all. I hope you were either educated or entertained by this video, and if you were, please give it a thumbs up so we can help other people see this video and become better athletes. If you try this exercise, please tag me on Instagram, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye!